in a good place in Detroit. And that's all. I'm currently looking at the video, repping my guy. I like looking at myself sometimes. And Shamika's here.
Hey guys. So, some people know, some people don't know that I work for Kierra. She likes to say we work together, but she's the artist and I make sure that her schedule is together and I try to make sure she is where she needs to be when she needs to be there. And it's the most amazing job that I've ever had.
You're so awesome.
Literally, I tell her all the time, and I don't know if she believes me. I'm able to use my brain and, have creative freedom. It's just amazing. So with that being said,
so glad to have you.
Totally.
And she has us all saying totally.
Totally.
For absolutely nothing.
Totally. So some people know, some people don't. So the people that do know, they send me emails, and sometimes they inbox me on, they DM me on Instagram. And so I'm gonna answer some of your questions. And some of you say, can you ask Kierra this? Can you ask Kierra that? So I'm gonna ask her. Someone asked me, what makes being Kierra's friend fun? So what makes being her friend fun? Well, she's a very, very fun person. And she can, and this is going to sound kind of insensitive and it's not meant to be that way, but she can make a funeral fun, literally. She's a very glass half full type of person, very, very positive. And so that's fun to me. I'll come to her, like I'm married, so I'll come to her and say, my husband did this, or he did that, and she's just like, Shamika, just relax, it's not that serious. And she'll make a joke out of it, and then I'm just laughing, and I forgot why I was even offended. So that's part of the things, that's part of the reason it makes her fun.
What makes you fun? Let me say. Our sense of humor is incredible. I think it's perfect because it's incredible when you can find somebody that thinks that the same dumb things are as funny as you think they are. And I think that that's what makes Shamika funny. What also makes Shamika funny is I called her not too long ago, started bawling. It was like 3 days ago or something. Crying hard. And Shamika was encouraging me, like preaching and going in. And like, you are an awesome friend. You are this. You are that. You are blah, 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 blah. And she started crying and said, I know what you've been to me. And I won't dare let anybody make you feel this way. So it turned into, a friend session to her, like Malcolm Xing me and like preaching. But it was awesome. That makes it fun.
But if your friend calls you crying, aren't you going to cry?
No.
Yes. Somebody's supposed to be strong.
No, and don't make the people feel like, we have sweet potato fries coming. That's it.
This is healthy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I have some more honey?
So this is my recipe. I got it from my granddad. So I guess it's not mine. Sweet potato fries with honey.
Totally.
So what?
Well, I feel like if your friend calls you crying, cry with them.
No, do not make me. I don't feel like that's necessarily a friend.
Why? What am I supposed to do? Be strong?
Be strong.
That was
hard. No, I appreciate it. And it made me feel like, oh, she really is my friend. She really cares. So I hope you're not a ball of lies.
What is that?
Just a ball of
Okay,
lies.
somebody text me, what's the most irritating thing about Sara? I call her Sara here. That is the most irritating thing. I hope you're not. I hope you don't. Don't judge me based off of what you've been through in your past life, your past experiences. I am not who you've dealt with. We've known each other. We've known each other for a very long time, but we've just become really, really close, maybe like the past 3.5 years, something like that. But don't judge me based off of what your other people did to you. That has nothing to do with me. It's very irritating. Somebody inboxed me, what is something that she does that may irritate you? Okay, other questions. Another thing that she does to irritate me is, like I said, I believe that people can really help us whether they are in our same situation or not. And I try not to talk about my marriage with too many people. If I can't talk to my husband about it, I'll try to talk to my mom about it. My mom won't let me talk to her about it very much. So I talk to Kierra about it. One of the things that irritate me, sometimes I feel like she automatically is on my husband's side. Like, I totally see where he's coming from. And then I had to realize that they're both Geminis, and I know we don't believe in all of that stuff, but sometimes it's true. And they think a lot alike. Like,
no, don't just make it seem like now.
They think a lot alike. And sometimes she'll be like, Shamika, you just need to relax. And she'll jump to my husband's side automatically sometimes.
This is a ball of lies.
No, it's not.
Shamika, more times than ever, would you say that I take your husband's side, or do I make you see, or help you to see his point?
Okay.
And do you come to a realization, or do I force you to that realization?
Well, sometimes you force me to well, let me rephrase. A lot of times she'll help me understand his point of view, because afterwards I'll go back to him and I'll say, okay, this is what Kierra said, and he'll say, that's exactly what I meant. That's all I meant by it. And she's usually spot on. But if I'm coming to you, I'm just a ride or die type of friend. If you come to me, what they do to you, what they say to you, and let's fight it. She's like, let's just look at the whole situation all around. What did you do and what did you say?
That's a friend. That is a friend that won't lie to you. That will hold you accountable and say, all right, let's not just be in this wall or this bubble alone, but let's consider this lifetime commitment that you agreed to be in. And not just stay one side.
And I think I've been used to friends just be like, they did what? He said what?
And
she's not
were
like
they
that
married?
at all. They weren't married.
Well, I ain't married either. But
Well, they weren't married, and they weren't people that give sound advice. I'll say that. Because they're the same people that gave me bad advice. So anyway, but I do kind of sometimes want you to be like,
I feel your
automatically
side, right?
automatically jump to my side sometimes, like automatically, and then let me calm down, especially in the heat of the moment. Let me calm down, and then be like, okay, Shan, maybe you should have done this different.
Oh, so now you're teaching me how to be your friend. Okay. I'll consider that. Yes, ma'am. So you mean to lie to you the first time you tell me the story, and then when you calm down and say, okay, now here's the truth. So you want me to go to hell for a second and then get back to heaven? It's not interesting. I ain't going to hell for nobody.
Okay. So the next question that you guys asked, Kierra, what is your biggest fear?
Right now, my biggest fear is marrying the wrong person. And I often am very afraid of how I would be if, God forbid, anything ever happened to my parents, my grandparents, or my brother. I'm not sure what I would do. It's my biggest fear.
Are you in any type of therapy or treatment for?
Unfortunately, I'm not. Are you suggesting that you sound like, girl, you crazy. You need to go to therapy.
No. But honestly, that is one of my biggest fears as well, for
Really?
you.
Oh.
No, it really is. For the latter. I'm not worried about you marrying the wrong man. You're not going to marry the wrong man. If you listen to me and let me. But anyway, you losing someone close to you, that's because you're so obsessed with your family, which a lot of people are. It's natural. But I really think
my eyes are getting big because I actually got butterflies while talking about it. So it really is a fear of mine. Like I'm nervous.
Sure. However, we speak life.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So those are. But God hasn't given us the spirit of fear.
Not at all. Now what
So
about
that's the
spiders, rain,
No, I'm good. I'm killing spiders.
thunderstorms?
Just don't put no tarantula next to me. You know, that kind of situation, don't do that.
You're not scared of the dark?
No, God is with you. God is with you.
And this is very true. This is all I don't understand. I'll hear sounds in her house and I'll jump and she'll be like, honey, I'm going to sleep and I'm resting well.
When I do a lot of jumping or if I get afraid, my daddy say you got too much sin in your life. That means you afraid of going to hell.
Totally. All right, the next question. Did you date a lot in high school? Please tell the people how old you were.
He know I didn't date much. I was young.
Please tell the people how old you were when you started dating.
Well, it started when I was young.
How old were you?
Okay, the guy that I still up until college, like through college, all of that, I met him when I was 8 years old. And then I had a
pause. She started dating at 8 years old.
Not real dating though.
She started dating at 8 years old.
We weren't going out and stuff though, of course.
Like you called him boyfriend at 8 years old.
Yeah. And we were going to church and stuff. That was it. It was church and I'll see you later at church. That was it though. Okay, but besides that, I didn't date in high school. It was just one person. I had crushes. And then when I got to college, like my last year in high school and then to college, that's when I started like, okay.
So what has dating taught you about yourself?
That when I was in premarital counseling, one of the counselors said that you need to learn you need to decide if you're going to be his little girl or if you're going to be his wife. And
whose little girl?
My dad's little girl, okay, or my husband's wife.
Oh, and I had to make a choice.
Because I was torn. Because I was secure with my dad. You know, I still can depend on my dad. So that's one thing. I'm very dependent on my father. Like I asked both him and my mother about everything. What do you think about this? Like I was watching the Shark Tank, and he had like I think it was a $500,000 offer for 20 or 30% stake. And that was the only offer he had on the table. He had two offers. And he said, excuse me, I need to step out and make a call. And he called his father. That was totally something I would have done. And they kept saying, no, you need to make a decision. And he's like, I have to call my father. So that's how dependent I am on my dad.
Now, do you think, and this is kind of off the subject, this is my question now.
So, can I just end that statement? In connection with that, one thing that I've learned about myself is that I do measure people to what I've seen in my parents because they're my best friends. So I'll measure them to like, will my daddy do this? Will my mama do this? Well, if you would do that, then never mind. I'm good. And it's like, well, no, they're 50, in their 50s, and they've learned how to be good people. I didn't get them when they were our age, when we're, kind of still developing and cultivating who we are. Whether we want to say I'm grown or whatever, but so yeah.
Perfect. That's awesome. So you feel like, and you said before that your therapist told you that you had like an unhealthy bond with your parents.
Unhealthy obsession
with your parents. And you just said that you depend on them for everything and you heavily rely on them. Do you think that is so abnormal to you because it's so abnormal in society? Because what is unnatural about that? If I had a father, I have my stepfather who raised me from 7 years old or whatever. And so when I say dad, that's who I'm referring to. But if more of us had fathers and strong leaders in our home, shouldn't we rely on them for guidance and to lead us? I guess I'm not understanding what's so abnormal.
That's a very good point. I think it's a mixture of both. Because when I moved out, I did learn a lot on my own. I learned to manage my money better. I didn't just say I can just spend this to get it back from my parents. So little things like that. And then not always. At some point, when I moved out, I started dating, and I didn't be like, oh, I'm afraid of what mommy and daddy would think of this guy. It's like, no, just date and figure it out yourself. If you love him, you love him. If you don't, you don't. If he's good, he's good. If not, keep it moving.
Yeah.
However, I wonder if I'm so like back and forth, and even just our generation, our society, period, is that back and forth because didn't your parents used to arrange the marriages?
Totally. Especially in the Bible days. They would, based on your family name and what your family had. That was a strong determining factor of whether I would gift my daughter to you and your son. So would you like your parents to pick your husband? Is that what you're saying?
I think they would do a good choice. I trust them.
I don't know.
I think so. My dad knows what I want. It's just the few options. It's been like, well, if I had to choose out of the options I have, it would be this.
Totally. Got it. Okay.
But if I say, okay, Dad, Mama, I don't know. But I think Daddy would get it. No, let me take that back. My mom would get it 100% because she fell in love with my dad. So
obviously she makes a great choice.
Absolutely. So she'll know that, oh, she wants this rough side to him, but she wants this ambitious but faith-filled guy.
Totally. To me, because of where she's from, the legacy that she came from, I feel like she has to work harder almost. Because you got some huge shoes to fill. Because they are timeless and classic and still very, very relevant. And they stay busy and gone and working. So to come from them, you have to be able to stand on your own. Because even if she did start on their wave, it's only so long that you can ride a wave before it levels out, and then you got to go on your own. And I think that she's doing that.
It's only so long that you can ride a wave until it levels out. Oh, yeah, but how see? Doesn't she speak really well? She's awesome to listen to.
Thank you. So anyway, that's one of the biggest misconceptions that I've learned. What do you think?
I think that's one of them, and I appreciate you speaking. You're so kind. She's awesome. I mean, just thank you. I would say though, a lot of people think I am like stuck up or like not nice or whatever, and I'm like the last. Like I speak to just random people.
Now that's the farthest thing from the truth. Stuck up and not. I think that she's too nice. And she just be ready to have full conversations with people. Oh, take my number. And I'm like, girl, let's go. We don't have time to collect. She's a people collector. And she loves to sow into people. How can I help you? How can I help you build your dream? I'm like, listen, sis, we're building our own dreams. Let's go. Let's get on this flight and go. And she's like, oh, let's talk. Let's have lunch. Tell me about yourself. How's it going? Here's my number and give me yours. No.
You have to. You have to be a people person. But I would say people think that I'm stuck up often, and you know how when you go to a space, you know how you go into a space and it's like the other day I was somewhere and I was on stage and I didn't see the young lady, and she said that she was standing there. Oh, I'll tell y'all that story another time. That's a good story. Well, no, I'll tell you now. She said she was standing there and somebody said that I called her out of her name, and I'm like, I don't even remember your face. So I see faces, you know, I've been seeing faces since I was 9, and it's not just, you know, 20 here or 10 there.
Sure, thousands.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I really don't remember you. And so some people will be like, well, I met you when you were like 15. We exchanged numbers, and some of that is my fault. But we exchanged numbers when you were 15, and I'm like, oh, what phone did I have then? You had a BlackBerry. I don't remember you. I haven't even had a BlackBerry since the last one I had. Like all I've had is since the iPhones came out. All I've had is an iPhone, and I just wish people still use BlackBerry. Yeah, I think the Kardashians use a BlackBerry.
Well, I thought those were the older episodes.
No, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but that's one thing that I wish was a bit different. But you know, that's what comes with the territory. It's people that have never met people, and they just like, oh, I don't like this person because I don't like how they sat in a room. And it's like, well, what if they were screaming because they had a headache? You know, and you thinking they trying to be deep or just got an attitude. So I think that's one misconception. I love people, but I don't let people walk over me, and I think maybe that big, like, no. But I'm very soft.
But you're not right.
I don't know.
I wish you were more that way.
I
Like,
think that's unnecessary.
anyway. Okay.
And I think it's because I used to be that way when I was bigger. But that was my defense mechanism. I was like baby D to everybody. Yeah. But you're an awesome friend. Shamika's an awesome friend. She quit her job to work with me. She's a blessing to my life. She is one of my confidants, and hopefully she will never betray me.
See, I hate that. I hate that with everything in me.
I understand. I mean, but you look at people like
I understand.
Selena.
She's gonna
and
like,
who
I
else?
understand.
Tupac. And who else?
I mean, a lot of people are shady, and it's unfortunate because it makes the people who are good-hearted, it makes them like we're kind of all lumped together. Like, and it's just unfortunate. However, I've committed to restoring her faith in people, sisterhood, and friendship, and I can't wait until I never have to hear that again.
And I hope to do the same for her.
Yeah.
So we'll give you a part 2, and we'll do this at home maybe sometime. Love you guys. This is Katching Kierra, and I'm with one of my closest friends. And this is fun. Bye.